from the Southeastern Conference historical record. In the beauty of the lilies, Christ was born across the sea, in the glory of his bosom that transfigures you and me. As he died to make men holy, let us die to make men free. Our God is marching on. We find this beautiful stanza in the Battle Hymn of the Republic, literally a fight song for the primary rival of the Confederate States of America. However, we recite it because it's perfect. More specifically, these words read as a divine template for what we believe and how far we've come. As we sing of Christ's birth in another land, we simultaneously relish in the pride of our own. And as we sing of God incarnate laying down his life for the sins of man, we long for our forgotten brethren, those who emulate the sacrifice of Jesus and fought against the enslavement of others. Existing now in a world somewhat 150 years removed from this conflict, we reflect. In every state in the South, a young black man awoke this morning. He awoke even before the sun, for he was on a mission. His cleats went on first, followed by his shoulder pads and his undershirt. And then he put it on. In the kinetic silence of a poised locker room, this 250-pound linebacker raised his arms above his head and slipped on his football jersey. They came in many hues from orange to red and black and acted as a family crest with names on the back. But depending on the school you went to, most of them had one thing in common. And the ones we're referring to read Tennessee, South Carolina, Alabama. William Faulkner once said, "People in the South don't read, too busy writing." And any Southern writer worth his salt would recognize the holy redemption in that young man wearing that jersey. But when the good old boy from the Smoky Mountains now thinks on the traditions of his state, he thinks about his family, he thinks about his ball club, and I promise you that he thinks about color. But it's the color of his team, not the color of the young black player that represents it. It's become cliche to say that football is like religion in Dixie, but folks who say this are often speaking of how seriously we take it, not the characteristics that these two concepts share. Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth. The legacy of Jesus Christ is one in which he lives as the eternal consciousness of a land he never traversed. Oh, I wish I was in the land of cotton. Old times there are not forgotten. Look away, look away, look away.